So good afternoon, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I am all sort of ready for bed right now. Honestly, guys, I went to bed. I couldn't fall asleep last night, but then I ended up waking up late today. Like yesterday, I woke up early, went to bed later than I did last night though, even though I tried to go to bed early. Couldn't, but the night before I went to bed late, and just because I was like, I'm just going to, and ended up waking up early. And then last night I tried to go to bed early so that I could wake up early today. Couldn't fall asleep like real early. Like it still took me like about an hour or two, maybe, I think, something like that, before I finally fell asleep, and then ended up waking up late today. So I was frustrated about that, but I believe my dad is not working tomorrow or on Friday. So I think the goal would be to do a lot of the grocery shopping on Friday probably, and try and do like most of the grocery shopping stuff. Like maybe we can do Target, Valley Produce, Caputo's, Aldi on Friday, like in the morning, and that way I don't have to try and make my list and have it done by tomorrow night. So like I said, that would be the goal. And then Saturday, go to Jewel, just because I like to do that Saturday sampler and get the freebie from that. I already actually finished pretty much my Jewel list, and then we can do Walgreens and CVS on Saturday as well, and then maybe we can do Walmart on Friday or on Saturday if we want. But since my dad doesn't have work, the only thing that's going on Friday is the football game, so we just have to make sure we're home before probably like 3 o'clock, which I think we'll be able to do, just so long as I wake up early. But the fact that like my dad is going to be home tomorrow, I'm hoping that like maybe he can wake me up. Yesterday my mom actually woke me up, and that's why I think I just stayed awake. And so like, I don't know, I was already actually up like an hour before she woke me up, but I feel like it was just like I didn't end up falling back asleep, which I guess was a good thing. So yeah, and then I'm, like I said, maybe if they're home, because like nobody came and like said anything today, and like Jack is supposed to take the dogs out before he starts school. He never does that anymore, and so a lot of times that was what would wake me up. And now that he doesn't, even though like the school's back to like, I think starts at like 8 o'clock or whatever, but he's still doing like the virtual online stuff, whereas before it was they weren't starting till like noon or something like that, or like 11 o'clock, I think, something along those lines. And they were giving them like the earlier point in the day to like do their like you know, sort of like a study hall thing. But like if they finished their homework already that night before, then they just gotta sleep in. So like if they didn't have anything they had to do, or they didn't have any makeup stuff either that they had to do or whatever, so like Jack would normally sleep in until like 10-11 o'clock or whatever, that his school classes would actually start. I think that was how it was happening. Now they're not doing that, because a lot of the kids are actually back to like full-time like school, like in school for full-time. And so like I said, that's why. But he hasn't been taking the dogs out in the morning like he's supposed to either, so I haven't been getting up because of that, because normally that's a loud disturbance that wakes me up. But everybody's like so quiet in the morning that, like I said, I just like, it's so peaceful in the house. I guess that's a good thing. But a lot of times I'll wind up sleeping right through what's going on. So anyways, I showed you guys yesterday all of the plants that we have been growing. I showed this all to you guys. These are all of the the greenhouse that we have going on in here. I thought I'd show you today the all of our house plants, actually, because we have a bunch of like, you know, so this is all the stuff that is not going to be staying in here. I don't even know if I mentioned that in yesterday's video, because the pots just keep getting bigger and bigger. Like it looks like we're growing this stuff in here. No, this is all going to be eventually transplanted outside in the garden. We cannot do that yet, because where we are, I think it's not until like maybe May that it's safe. Like we won't have any more frost, more than likely, and all of our baby plants will be safe, so we won't have to worry about them. I even think though, I feel like last year I did plant some stuff either maybe in April or May, and there was still one day when we ended up getting a frost, but it really didn't end up killing anything, because we did put like newspapers and stuff over it, so it was okay. But I do remember that there was one point when, like I said, last year, which I thought I planted this stuff sort of late in the garden, but we ended up getting sort of a late frost. So this stuff will go out there once there's no more risk of frost. But right now it is currently living on top of our stove, which it gets moved onto the table when we need to use the stove. So there's that, but then there's also, I showed you guys again yesterday, all of these plants as well, which are gonna stay, these are mainly the herbs, they're gonna stay in the pots, but going into like in these pots, but going to just be in like sort of bigger pots. These ones actually should be fine for the size that they're gonna be. We're just gonna move them out to the deck and actually keep them in these sort of pots, but putting them in secondary pots just so that they're a little bit more sturdy and stable, because these are very like bendy and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's that. This is one of our house plants that my mom is transplanting. So this was yesterday I was telling you guys about this, not transplanting, she's trying to like get it to root, I guess, so that she can plant more of it, because we have like 8 of these plants, I feel like. Probably not, but we have a couple of them. She keeps rerooting them and then planting them into the pots that we already have. So like several of them have ones that are just like they were smaller, and we have multiple of them now in one pot. But I think we honestly have either 3 or 4 of them in the house right now. So there's more of those that are, like I said, probably going to get at some point some roots on there. And then we'll have another plant of that, which has happened a couple times now that we've done that. One of the ones that's actually in the bathroom, which there was a different plant that's in here, but you guys can see this is one of the ones that, like I said, she ended up rerooting in here. And this is some type of ivy that we had in a different pot, and I'll show you guys that. But it needed more water, I think, than what the other plant we were growing with it needed, and so it ended up dying, but we did wind up actually saving some of it and planted it in here, and it's honestly been doing really good. Like, it was just about this much, like not as much as this has grown. It was pretty much started at like just that much, so it's actually been growing a ton. So this is in the bathroom, that's where we're keeping this one. We've got more of these ones that are up here. So this one actually, I'll show you guys, this has been doing really good. This is actually all new from when we first got it, I think like last year maybe. And it was way smaller, and honestly probably maybe could use a bigger pot, but this is new, that is like completely just grown like crazy out of here. I think this is called spider plant or mother-in-law's tongue, but you guys can actually see that was probably where it started, and that's how much has grown so far as well on that one. And then these again are similar to the ones that my mom has been like rerooting. So this one's a smaller one. I actually think she bought this one. This one was my grandma's, and again, there's multiple of these in here that we ended up sort of starting, but there's also some type of like bulb that comes back once a year, and then it dies off and it keeps coming back, but it's somewhere in there too. I don't know exactly where, but this was way smaller and actually was not doing so hot when my grandma had it. She actually kept it alive pretty well, but then we ended up getting it. We still have it. And this one's a new one my mom just got actually the other day, which is an African violet. Maybe the plant that I was thinking about is in here. No, I think it's in the other one that has the bulb. This also has got some like ivy, not ivy. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Or maybe this, yeah, no, this is different. Some different type of ivy. This one is not doing that great. It's the leaves are you investigating? You don't care anything about plants, but now all of a sudden I'm talking to a plant. You don't want anybody to have anything to do with this plant now and not pay attention to you, do you? Okay, I'll scratch you and try and Charlie, can you go? So yeah, this one's not doing the best. It's got sort of, do you see that crinkly leaves on here? Huh? What are you gonna do about that? Huh? Are you gonna take care of that plant for me? So yeah, like I said, I don't really know entirely, but that's one of the only ones that honestly, it goes through this weird sort of thing too, where it doesn't do so hot and then all of a sudden it looks great again. And like they said, the leaves sort of just turn brown and they don't look so great. But so far, again, it's been multiple years of sort of this whole process, and then it's fine again, right? Is that true, Charles? Okay, can I like move? Can you leave me alone? This one over here, which used to be way bigger. There was actually multiple of these. And I don't know if it has to do with the pot or if it has to do with not being watered often enough, which it doesn't need to be because we water it the same amount as the other one. But it does not do as well as the other one's doing in that smaller pot. So that's why, like, we could transplant it in here, but it's not doing that great. This was also where we had the ivy in here too. Like, this might actually be a leaf from it. But it didn't do well because it needed to be watered more than what this needed. And so it didn't end up making it. And we just sort of have random little garden ornaments in here now because all we have is one little piece of this thing that has not done very well since we got it. But like I said, the other one's thriving and doing really well. So I think that's it for the house plants actually. Like I said, we have like 4 of those things. I think maybe there's something in my mom's office too. I feel like we still have another one somewhere. We don't have that many house plants. But I feel like actually we had no house plants at all, I don't think. And then after my grandma passed away, we got those 2, and then since then, again, my mom has been growing more and more and rerouting them, and now we have some in the bathroom. And like I said, there was one that was in the bathroom too. Now I don't even know what happened to it, and I don't think it was one of those ones that's back in there now. I don't know. I feel like there's more plants and they're missing. Like I said, they might be in my mom's office or something like that, but we don't have quite as many house plants, I guess. Again, like, we just sort of keep acquiring more, and I feel like we don't have a really good place for them either too, because the best sunlight is probably out this kitchen window. That's where we get the most sun, but like, even like, because of the way our living room is situated too, we have a really big nice picture windows which do get sun, which is really nice, but because there's a couch in front of them, or the recliners are in front of them, we can't like have anything there that can be in front of the windows for them to get like sunlight or anything like that. So then my mom's office is like the next best room. And like, my bedroom is really not good at all. I tried to have a plant in there once and it did not make it. It was a succulent too, and it's hard to kill succulents. But my room didn't make it. So yeah, I'm trying to think too, like, that's really the best. Or I mean, we could put them upstairs, but like, put them upstairs in Matthew and Jack's bedroom, we might never see them again. Maybe that's what happened to the couple that I don't know where they are right now. They went upstairs, never came back down. That's what we were thinking of doing with some of the these plants that we're trying to do from seed, and I was like, that's probably not a good idea. I was like, something's gonna happen, they're gonna get knocked over, and there's gonna be dirt everywhere up there. I was like, that's not a good idea. Again, the dogs don't really seem to ever have a care about the plants though, really at all. So yeah, guys, I thought, since I was on the topic of sharing with you guys yesterday all of our garden plants and, you know, doing all this from seed, that I'd share with you guys our house plants, because again, most of the stuff, especially the one in the bathroom, like I said, was actually like started from pretty much what is going on over there, and has kept happening over and over and over again, and then they'll start growing. And so yeah, anyways guys, I'm gonna go take a shower and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a little thumbs up.